near 22 November, in which the batch is going to be start. Okay, this is totally English medium batch, and these 3 teachers will teach you a different subject. As you know all that in January 2022 your exam dates are very near, so be prepared, be focused, and devote your time in the competition exam so that you can easily crack this LRAB subject. Now in today's class again we are doing the important act of your LRAB subject. As you know that the LRAB in your syllabus, that is totally divided into the 4 part. So in this 4 part we are doing the important act which is essential for your LRAB subject. Okay, now in this session what we are going to discuss, the legal terms used in the Special Principle of Contract Act 1872. Don't be scared that ma'am this is so much long, this one, this is so much this one long title, so no need to no need to scared. Okay, why? Because in this term we have to discuss only the special terms that is used in the Indian Contract Act. Before starting this topic, I am just telling you a very brief manner, one way that in your Special Principle of Contract, suppose if I just draw a diagram, of the contract, then as you know that the contract is basically divided into 2 parts, that is the General Principle of Contract and that is a Special Principle of Contract. So today we will just go to discuss the legal terms. It means we will discuss the terms that is used in the Special Principle of Contract. That is clear to all of you, because in the General Principle of Contract we have already discussed the the basic term of the contract, that is offer, acceptance, consideration, etc. We have already discussed, but in today's class we will discuss the important terms or the special terms that is used in the Special Principle of Contract. Okay, now the Special Principle of Contract, as you can easily see that the section is 124 to 238, that's tell about the Special Principle of Contract, and the General Principle of Contract section 1 to 75, that's covered the General Principle of Contract. Okay, now in this particular section, first of all just keep in your mind that we do not have to mug up all the section, but the important section we will discuss in this session also, because as you know that in the act of your LRAB subject, in which the act contain many section, but you do not have to learn all the section. Whatever section I am mentioning here, only that section you have to revise or you have to remember in your mind. Okay, so in today's class that is very important. Now see what we are going to discuss. See, the first one is contract of indemnity. Now, what is indemnity? That is the first special principle of contract. Before starting this definition, first of all, we will discuss the example. First of all, we will learn the example, then we will discuss the slide of the definition which is given. Now, see, this is indemnity. Okay, this is a house. As you know that this house belongs to this person. Okay. So, now he is the insurance agent. Agent means the principal who work on the behalf of the their owner. Okay, so this insurance agent, what is work of insurance agent? That he will insure something. He will insure the house. He will insure the house that if anything happened to that house, then I will pay. That is the simple, the fact of this case. Now, suppose if this house just got burnt, so what he will say that do not worry, we will indemnify or compensate. That is called your indemnity. Simply just understand in a second example. Suppose A is a person, A have a car. So this car is just insured in a car insurance company, insured in a car insurance company, that if any damage happened to that car, then that insurance company will pay. So you can see that in the example that the loss is done by a person, but the compensation will pay by the car insurance company. That is exactly the definition of contract of indemnity. The loss is done by one person, the compensation will pay by the another person. That is called contract of indemnity. You can easily see this example which is here. Okay, we always also take the insurance of the health also. So what is this? This is exactly this thing. Okay, now next one. Now see the definition which is given in contract of indemnity. So first of all, you have to remember the section 124 which is given, which is of the contract of indemnity. Then what it exactly say, that the act to compensate or protect against the loss, that is called. So insurance company will do this thing, and in other words, to make goods the loss. That is exactly the definition of indemnity. Now see, there are two parties of indemnity. The first one is indemnifier. Indemnifier is a person. You can also say that person, that is called the promisor, and this person promisee. So the promisee means who promise to compensate the loss, and indemnifier holder or promisee means simply who is protected against the loss. Now I think this definition is clear to all of you. So in your LRAB subject, when we will just do study in a paid classes, okay, then of each term I will just give you the example. Then if you understand the example, then you can easily understand the terms of the contract. Okay, now this is clear to all of you. Okay, now contract of guarantee. Now before starting this definition, we will of course do this one example. Now what is contract of guarantee? Okay, now see this example. This is one person, just call it principal debtor. Debtor means the person who will take money. Done. This is creditor. Creditor means the person who will give money. Principal debtor who take money, creditor who give money. Okay, now he is a car dealer. Done. Now A want to purchase the car. Done. A want to purchase the car. Now but creditors say that just give me a rupee, then I will give you the car. So principal debtor say I will give you. If I will not pay you, then he is my friend, that is surety, he will pay you. So the first contract is between the principal debtor and the creditor, that just give me a car or give me a rupee. Second contract that is done between this one surety and this one principal debtor. That principal debtor is saying just please just give the guarantee on the behalf of me to the creditor. Okay, now the third contract is made between the creditor and the surety. So that is exactly this definition. Suppose if the principal debtor will not pay the money of this car, so the surety will pay on the behalf of principal debtor to the creditor. Now see what is surety is saying, give a car to my friend, if he does not pay, I will pay. So this surety, or you can say also the one word, surety is also called the guarantor. So this guarantor is giving guarantee on the behalf of principal debtor to the creditor. Now see, promise to discharge A's liability in a case of default. Default means the default will be done by the principal debtor. Okay, this is exactly the definition of contract of guarantee. Done. Now see, contract of guarantee. First of all, you have to remember the words that is section 126 of the Indian Contract Act. What 126 say, that the contract of guarantee is a guarantee in which a person promises to discharge the liability of a third person. So the person is guarantor who discharge the liability of the third person, that is principal debtor. In the case of third person fail to discharge his liability, so this third person is the principal debtor. If the principal debtor will not pay the money in the exact time, then the guarantor will come into the picture. Okay, now see, this is a three party. Surety who gives the guarantee, Principal debtor, party on whose behalf the guarantee is given, and creditor, the party whom guarantee is given. So this is basically the definition of your contract of guarantee. I think this concept is clear to all of you. Done. If you have any doubt regarding this session, you can easily write in a comment box. I will give you reply as a Nikita Singh. Now, the contract of bailment, whatever contract I am teaching you in this class, that is totally belong to the special principle of contract, and this contract act is very, very important, because if you learn the terms of this contract, then you can easily, easily just see or easily understand the other act of your LRAB subject. Okay. Now see, what is a contract of bailment? Again, we will discuss the first of all example. Oh, what is this? He is a tailor. Done. I am giving a very simple example of the bailment. Now see, in this case, suppose this is the A person. A person give this cloth to stitch. A person give this cloth to stitch. Done. Now, suppose this person deliver something means this person deliver goods to this person. Suppose this is B person. Okay. For specific purpose. For specific purpose. What is the specific purpose here? The specific purpose is to just stitch this cloth. Okay. Now, when this specific purpose will finish, tailor give back cloth to A person. Done. This is called contract of bailment. Yes. This A person will called bailer. Bailer means who deliver goods to the another person, and this B person will be called as the bailee. So what is the special purpose? Special purpose is to stitch the cloth. That is a special purpose. So in the bailment, if I am just giving my, TV for repairing, that is also bailment. If I just, if I just take my gold to the this one bank for the safe custody, that is called bailment. So specific purpose must be mentioned in this particular contract, that is contract of bailment. If I am just giving my luggage in a clock room in a railway station, that is also called the contract of bailment. So you can easily see that how these things always relate in our life. So that's why this subject is the part of your LRAB subject also. Done. Now see, now we will discuss the definition. First of all, you have to remember the section 148 of the Indian contract. What it say? The delivery of goods by one person to the another person for the specific purpose, that is called bailment. Done. Now see, the bailer and the bailee. Bailer means who delivered the goods, and the bailee to whom the goods are delivered. Now I think this concept is clear to all of you. The bailment, indemnity and the guarantee. Okay. Now just try to, learn in a very easy language. Okay. Because law is nothing, again I am saying that, but it is a common sense. Now, first of all, just see that how you can just purchase this course. This is very easy and a very nominal price is there. And because, this batch is going to be start from the 22nd of November. So you have to be very focused in this subject. So first of all, just open this Adda site, and in Adda site, just click on the JAIIB. Okay. Where is JAIIB? Banking, insurance. This is CAIIB. You can easily click on this one. All courses. Where is the JAIIB is written? Suppose if I just JAIIB. JAIIB. It's a JAIIB. Okay. Now see, this is the exact the courses of JAIIB. See, this is the CAIIB online classes. I think the JAIIB, I think something is missing, the JAIIB. If you click on this all courses, then you can easily see the JAIIB. I think it is missing in this one. Okay, so in this one, if you click on JAIIB, so you can easily see that Yeah, this is JAIIB CAIIB. This is JAIIB. Okay, now see. These are the online live classes. Now, this is exactly the JAIIB courses and we have to purchase, suppose this one. So, you have to click on this, okay. Now, you can easily see the all thing that is mentioned in this, mention about the particular batch. So, the price is 12,999, it is written, but if you click on the view offer, then just enter your mail ID. Suppose your mail ID is suppose s@gmail.com, gmail.com. Okay, now you have to apply the coupon code, that is Y391. Okay, Y391 you have to apply and just click on apply. If you apply, now just see the actual price of your this course, that is 2,989. So this discount will apply to the whole course of your JAIIB and CAIIB. Okay, now so you can easily go through this all courses. Okay, now see JAIIB and JAIIB Mahapack, JAIIB and CAIIB Mahapack. So these are the all courses. If you want to purchase, you can easily purchase. Now see, this is the English medium batch. Now this is the JAIIB complete selection targeted batch. Targeted means less day but finish your all this one word. Okay, this is JAIIB 1600K study batch. Now this is the power pack of your LRAB subject. If you want to take the individual session, you can take the individual batch also. Okay, so this is all about your course of JAIIB and CAIIB. Now we will go through the class of hour. Okay, now we have done with the this one. Now contract of pledge. Now we will do the contract of pledge. Before starting this example, we have to understand the example. Okay, now what is pledge? See, if I take the example of pledge, a person, and this is bank. Suppose bank has given 10 lakh loan to a person because a person was demanding the loan. Okay, so in that case, a person, now the bank will not give the loan in a free fund. Okay, so the bank will keep a security. So a person keep this goods, and that goods should be movable goods. So a person give this movable goods to the bank, to this bank. Okay, now in this case, this contract is called contract of pledge. So what you have to note in this particular contract, that whatever security, this is, this is the security, whatever security A is given to the give to the bank, so that must be the movable goods. Now see this example, this is the gold, this is the dock, this is anything that is a movable asset that should be kept as a security, that is called pledge. And if we kept as a security immovable property, then it is called the mortgage. See this difference. If immovable property as a security, it will call as a mortgage, and if a movable property as a security, then it will call as a pledge. Please see this. This is very important because in your LRAB subject many questions come from the half marks, 1 marks, 2 marks. So you can easily take mark if you just understand the particular terms. Now this is clear to all of you? Okay, now we will go through the definition of the pledge. Now see, this is the exact section of the pledge that is given under the Contract Act 172. Okay, now what is this? It is a kind of bailment. Why it is so? Why it is a kind of bailment? Because in the bailment we have seen that in the bailment the property is transferred from one person to another person, right? So in this case also in the pledge, the A person is transferring the property, that is the movable goods, to the B person. So that's why this is called this one. Okay, now it is a kind of bailment in which the goods are delivered by one person to another as a security for the payment of a debt and the fulfillment of the promise. That is the definition of your exact pledge. Now you can see the two parties of the pledge. The first one is pawner and pledgee. Sorry, this is pledger. This is pledger. Okay, pawnee and pledgee. Oh, Pawner means who delivered the goods, and pawnee means to whom the goods are delivered as a security. So if I just give the particular thing to the bank, so bank will act as a pledgee. So this is very simple concept. Done. Now the last contract is contract of agency. So we have done with the contract of your indemnity. We have done with the contract of guarantee, contract of pledge, contract of bailment. You know, these are the special contract of your Indian Contract Act 1872, and the last one is the contract of agency. So before starting this agency, we have to understand in the diagram that what it exactly means. Now see this diagram. Suppose this is this is a person, okay, that is visible to all of you now. This is a person, agent is the B person, and this is the C person. C is the third party. Now this principal, you can say the principal is the boss. So B person is, you know, B person is working under this boss. B person is working under this boss. So whatever principal or the boss will guide to this person, that person have to do. Okay, exactly, that is clear to all of you. Now see, there is a contract between both that whatever I will guide you, you have to do. Okay, you can say that he is the employee of the boss. Okay, now this person act as a agent. Agent is the person who always work under the principal. Boss, in the legal term, you can say principal. Done. So this agent will work on the behalf of this principal. Now suppose, you know, boss are very busy, principals are also very busy. If you know open any company, so you cannot handle the company in a one hand. You have to, you know, you have to just employ, you have to recruit the employee so that your company or business will run. Same thing apply to this one also. Now principal, generally the contract will always, the sign in the contract, the sign will always of the principal, but now principal is very busy. Now suppose principal have to do contract with the third party, but principal, on the behalf of principal, this agent is doing contract with the third party. Now it will assume that whatever work will done by B, it will assume that it is done by boss or principal. That is called contract of agency. So the contract of agency is the relationship between principal and agent. That is called agency. The relationship between principal and the agent is called agency. Okay, so in this example you can easily see that this is the agent who is working on the behalf of principal. So whatever contract is done by the agent to the third party, it will assume that this contract is done by principal. Suppose if any wrongful act is done by the agent during the course of business means suppose the work of agent is morning 7 to evening 7. So whatever wrongful act if done within the 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., then only in that case the principal will be liable. This is exactly the definition of this. I think you all are the bankers, you know, you in the bank you are the employee. So actually you are the agent of your bank. Okay. Now see the definition. Agency. The agency agreement is the legal contract creating a fiduciary relationship. What is fiduciary relationship? Trustworthy relationship whereby the first party agree that the action of a second party binds the principal to the letter agreement made by the agent if the principal has himself personally made the letter agreement. What it's between, suppose this is principal, this is the third party. The actual agreement have to be done between principal and agent, but the principal had given work to the agent. Now agent is doing work, agent is just making contract between the third party. So it will, this is equal to this. Matlab work that is done by agent to third party is equal to principal to the third party. This is exactly the definition which is given here. Okay. So, I think the special principle of contract, the term is already clear to all of you, and if you have any doubt regarding this batch, you can easily write in a comment box, and as a Nikita Singh, I will give you reply, and please use the code Y391 to purchase this coat.